This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. Rob had a succulent Chinese meal last night, and spent the rest of the night puking it all up. This truly is Democracy Manifest. Our IP Livecast starts now.
It's true. It's all true.
Oh, Rob.
I do not feel well today, folks.
Sorry to hear that.
It's Livecast 578. Rob has a tummy ache.
No, it's not. Definitely not 578.
It's 7:59.
I was close.
You got two of the numbers right.
I was close.
Oh, it's right in front of your face.
Wow, none of them are in the right place. It's like Wordle. You got two numbers right, zero in the correct position.
Now I'm curious what Livecast 578 actually was.
Why don't
It
we
was
just
very
listen
memorable.
to that and come back at 2 and re-record the same show shot for shot? Just stay old. We need to pull Sean up. No, maybe
578 was entitled Censored Vulgarities. It says, we kicked things off talking about the Sebastian Bach Chris Jericho feud in the last few weeks. We then discussed some COVID updates, including the Chainsmokers show and vertical concerts. What are vertical concerts? We somehow got into a long discussion about Power Man 5000 and OCD. All right. I don't know why that episode in particular was on your mind, Rob. But there you
Let
have
me
it.
live. But yeah, I've been puking all night because of this. My voice is kind of shot.
Your voice sounds more or less the same. The volume's just
It's
a
a little
bit lower.
deeper.
A
No,
vertical
it's-
concert is a concert where they perform in front of a hotel. And
Oh, that's
gets
right.
gets on the balcony and
That's
watches
fucking.
it.
What a fucking nightmare we were living in. Jesus Christ.
Remember when we attempted to take precautions?
Yeah, we're still living in the nightmare. We're just
Yeah.
like pretending it's not happening.
Yeah.
Well, don't think I wasn't afraid I got COVID, but I don't think that's it. I'm gonna take a test.
Is it like
after.
COVID related symptoms or?
No, just puking. I just have a upset stomach. That's really
Don't
it.
worry about it.
So, what exactly did you have? Tell us about the succulent meal that went wrong.
I had this Chinese restaurant that Sid, you and I both enjoy. We learned that it's closing this weekend, so I did one last hurrah.
I didn't know that tidbit of it.
86 Noodle. Noah is the one who I think really turned us on to it. And
It's
their
true.
famous sesame chicken, which will no longer exist anywhere in the world. They're very unique kind of sesame chicken.
And they
But
got
that's
you.
not what got you sick.
They got you one last time.
Yeah.
Never again am I ordering from that place. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's closing. It's closing tomorrow.
Did either of you ever get sick from there in the past?
I never had.
Not sick, but like I've gotten like a food hangover.
That's on
Like
you.
the next morning. Yeah.
I seem to remember once you said that. I may just be, it's maybe a false memory, but I immediately remembered getting ill. Although I can't bring up the details or anything. The name triggered a bad food memory.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I may have one day we left the show. I live nowhere near there, but the show was being done near there, so I picked it up one time and brought it home.
There was also a time or two that I think Noah might have ordered it before the show, and we had some at her place before, so maybe it was that.
No, I distinctly remembered getting it and going home, but I can't. You know what I mean? I'm associating.
Yeah.
I don't really remember being sick.
Well, they can never hurt us again. We're finally safe from the tyranny of 86 Noodles.
86 Noodles has been 86th.
Yeah.
Along
They
with
probably found like one crate of chicken in the back corner of the stock room that has been there since the early 90s. And we're like, all right, we're closing anyway. Let's just serve this to this big burly man.
Well, maybe Gordon Ramsay showed up, and that's why they're out of business. He's like this. You've got chicken on top of liver, on top of sugar cookies. What the fuck are you doing?
I think it's just because of COVID, they never actually reopened the restaurant, so they would only do takeout. I think that probably hit them pretty hard. Yeah.
And they also were like very expensive for a Chinese restaurant.
Is that right?
Yeah. They're
we
like
should probably
double
get
X
off this
standard.
topic because it's starting to.
Your bubble guts are bubbling.
Yeah, like
Down below.
it's setting me off a little.
I
but-
really think it would be very entertaining and great for our ratings if you vomited live on air.
Oh, I don't want that for Rob.
Come on, Rob. Do you have a bucket
I-
nearby, Rob?
I don't. I guess
You
I
should
have
have a
a
bucket.
trash can,
Okay, yeah, that works.
and I am pretty close to my. One thing I will say is I've pretty much like know when I'm gonna puke now. In terms of like, I woke up at 2 a.m, something like that. And I'm like, oh, I'm feeling nauseous. Am I gonna puke? And I've learned when I ask
answer is
myself
yes.
that question, the answer 99.99999% is yes. So it's best to get up
Yeah.
and run to the bathroom until it's too late. And I made it just in time to puke all over my sink.
Oh, not even into the toilet?
And not even into the toilet, no. Clogged my sink up a little, which was fun.
I would think so. Why didn't you do it in
But-
the toilet?
When you walk in, isn't? Oh, never mind. I remember. I was going to say, is the toilet really farther than the sink?
The
But it
toilet
is.
is a straight shot into the door. The sink, you
Yeah.
have to sort of hang a quick right. So it seems
No.
like the toilet would
No.
be.
No, it's the other way.
Is it?
When you,
Oh.
you
Sink
when
is to the
you
right.
are in the door frame, you
Oh.
are parallel to the sink, and the toilet is to the left. So I would have had
Okay.
to do one more move. It was
right.
like I opened the door, and it was like
Already?
So
Okay.
yeah, like it's like where am I putting this?
Puke
Oh
fountain.
my god.
And also, like I think, like the toilet seat was down, so it would have required another step and everything. I don't want to.
Any consideration to barfing in the tub?
I've
Bigger
done it before.
drain. Huh?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Yeah.
Just for fun?
Just-
For kicks. Yeah, it's a kink. No.
oh boy.
I will not
I-
stand for gratuitous barfing on this show. That's a line. We've crossed a lot of lines and lost listeners for different things, but I will not stand for gratuitous barfing. Just
You want
making
barf
Rob-
integrity.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not something that's funny to me. It's just gross.
Okay. No more barf talk.
Is it
Unless
funny
I
when
think
other
it's not
people do
funny.
it, Rob?
No, I don't. I guess the reaction of someone being vomited on could be funny.
What?
Wait,
But-
wait.
I mean, like somebody being vomited on and then being like that could be funny. Like some heel getting vomited on.
America's
like-
funniest home puke videos.
Yeah. Has that happened? Are you speaking of specific incident?
I'm just thinking of a scenario where I would find that funny. Like that might work for me if this one person is being set up as a bad person.
So if
for
like
an entire
Dusty
future.
Rhodes vomited on Ted DiBiase, that would have been amusing to you.
See, no, I don't think so. Like that would make me think less of Dusty. Maybe if Sapphire
What?
did it.
Sapphire. Oh.
How in what way would it make you think less of Dusty? He looks like someone who's had food poisoning most of his life. What are you talking about?
He looks like the chicken you ate that got you sick.
Yeah, exactly right. That fucking belly splotch.
Ah.
Do you just mean that if he did it in the ring, it would be so undignified?
Yes.
Or okay,
That's
Thank
what those polka dots are made of. Puke.
Puke-a-Dots.
That was a show title.
Dusty Rhodes muffler. Thinking of Draws puking and be on the mat now. Rest in peace.
Oh,
Poor guy.
It's true.
And that scene of Vince McMahon like trying to use it as a gimmick in the office. Remember that?
Hmm.
so speaking of undignified, yeah, that was.
Well, speaking of undignified, Ric Flair was on Fox News this week.
Oh dear.
And this segment is pretty incredible because it's like I'm trying to figure out what the purpose of it is. It's on Jesse Waters' show, and Jesse Waters is like the replacement for, I believe, Tucker Carlson.
I believe so.
So this is the main show on Fox News. But so the segment is pitched as Flair giving advice to Biden. But based on how it went, I kind of feel like Ric Flair bought onto the show. Not him directly, but like the people he's with, because he's promoting.
I was gonna say he's advertising his stupid Woo coin or whatever the fuck
He's
doing.
advertising Woo Energy, his energy drink.
It's a whole
Oh,
brand
God.
now.
And then Ric
Thanks,
Flair's Drip, which I believe is a weed strain.
Oh, that
And-
sounds like a medical condition. You got that.
But the
Ric Flair
funniest
trip.
part about it is he barely understands what he's promoting.
Of course.
So like he can't even get through it.
Now wait. Hold on a second. I'm gonna preface what you're gonna play by just speculating what it's gonna be like. But
Sure.
He doesn't understand Bitcoin. I get that. He doesn't understand an energy drink. I feel like even a 90-year-old man would know what an. All you got to.
I just mean like he's like I want to thank the guy who's paying him all this money for this energy drink, and we have a lot of great. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about when he. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
I'm sure he doesn't understand the ingredients of it.
But it is pretty incredible. Well, he definitely doesn't understand that because I've heard an interview on a wrestling show where they had him on with the CEO of the energy drink, and it's clear the only reason they got him on the show was to talk about the energy drink. So the first question he got asked was, what makes this energy drink different from all other energy drinks?
Was it the Passover energy drink?
Pretty straightforward answer. And he could not answer. He was like, The answer is that the energy is derived not from caffeine, but from like these mushrooms or some shit.
So does the host correct him? I think you were trying to say.
Well, he was on with his business partner. So his business partner chimed in and did all the corporate speak. But here, his business partner is not here to save him. So.
Oh, no.
Here, let's take a look.
Him get his mojo back.
This already is so cringy. There's a lower third. Biden needs a coach. There's video of this old man hobbling around pretending to dance, who was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time at one point. Now a shell of his former self.
Well, at that age, how could he be anything other than a shell of his former self?
Right.
The fact that he's still alive is a miracle.
I guess what it is that he's still acting like he's 30.
Yeah, this would be someone's like cute Instagram video of their grandpa. There's nothing wrong with the video itself. It's the fact that we know the context of what he's still doing with himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like your great uncle, like doing the Ric Flair dance.
This is Al Bundy talking about the 4 touchdowns he scored.
Exactly.
Look at us only. We can look silent and profile.
And the Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair,
so proud of
joins us
himself.
now. All right, Nature Boy. They're saying Joe Biden needs to show he has what it takes if he wants to win re-election. Any advice?
No, but I totally agree. We need someone strong that'll just say, "Hey, kiss my ass." I run the United States, and we stand tall.
Okay, isn't that what Joe Biden's already doing, by the way?
Any advice for Joe Biden? No. Like, Rick, this is why you were brought on.
All right, great segment. We'll be right back.
Like the Chiron literally says, Ric Flair's advice for Biden?
None. That's what it should just changed to, with a colon. None.
Are you announcing that you're running for president right now?
No. Also no.
No, but I should have run for governor in 2001. But you know what they told me? I had too many skeletons in the closet.
Governor of what?
North Carolina.
This whole interview should just be like the host asking him something and him going, no, I don't got nothing. Sorry.
But it is funny that he's like, no, too many rape allegations against me.
Yeah.
Too many people that I owe money to. I can never do it. But hold on, it gets worse.
Oh, God.
If I ran for president now, I'd make Trump look like a baby.
They are quick with the fucking Chiron updates.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The second the phrase is out of his mouth, it's already printed on the screen.
Yeah.
Shit.
To do.
You're going to hear a fart sound and the Chiron's going to say,
Yeah.
Flair shits himself.
I'll
dealt
be
it?
75 next week. And I've got Adam Wilkes, and I've got Ric Flair drip.
Flair denies it, but
just
supplied it.
What is on his nose? Is that like a bug on his nose or a scab? He's got
It's
like
a
a
scab.
black dot. They need to take him to the vet
I'm
to
sure-
get that checked out.
It's a blading mark.
drip, which is
Oh,
just doing
He
phenomenally.
He just wore a hole through
True
his fucking
energy
nostril
will
from all the
be-
cocaine.
I think in
Burnt
potentially
the hole.
the
Ric Flair,
largest-
giant cocaine nostril hole.
We're making jokes, but this is him trying to pitch his product, and it's the worst pitch you've ever heard. He's like fumbling through it.
Sorry. Got carried away.
No, it's fine.
Flair drip, which is just doing phenomenally. Woo Energy will be.
Look at this blank stare from
I
Jesse
think,
Waters.
Potentially the largest selling energy drink in the next 2 years.
If
He
there
just
was
said his energy drink will potentially be the largest selling energy drink in the next 2 years.
I'm sure
Potentially.
they're gonna overtake Monster any time now.
Is this a picture of Flair getting chopped by Wahoo McDaniel? Where did they find this picture of all pictures? God damn.
If there were ever a person to represent the picture of energy in a human being, it's 93-year-old Ric Flair.
I'm just blessed today, and my friends like Vo that I work with, and I stay out of the politics, but you really.
He stays out of it.
Can't go anywhere. My saying has always been, I'm not going to discuss politics or women in a bar. You know what I mean? I'll talk sports, but I'm not going to get into an argument. Politics or religion. I'm sorry, not women.
Don't talk about women anytime.
I love talking about women.
How do you deal with the haters?
That's that energy drink working there.
I ignore them. When I was actively wrestling, I thought, boy, when I wonder, the better you are.
It's so funny because he's the most thin-skinned wrestler ever, and he's
More
saying he does not ignore the haters.
Hogan?
Absolutely.
Wow.
He came back recently, and there was a bunch of negative feedback about it because of all these allegations that have surfaced about him doing sexual harassment. And he posted this like emo post, like, "If you don't want me, I won't come anymore. But I can only be myself," or some shit like that. And then everyone was like, "We love you, Rick. Don't listen to them." So silly.
But also, what a
the more
weird
haters
question.
you're gonna
How
have.
do you deal with the haters? He's been a heel most of his career. The whole point is to have haters.
Right.
That was his entire fucking job, to court that. There's no dealing with it. That means he's successful if he had haters.
Man, that was acting though, Sid. Now this
Oh.
is real life. People really hate him. It hurts.
Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Great having you on
I
Jesse
will,
Waters
brother.
Primetime, my man.
Oh.
Hey, Jesse Waters, you are the man. You are the limousine riding,
Oh, no.
private jet flying, kids.
This is
stealing,
the whole
wheeling,
thing?
dealing,
Did you
son
skip
of a
ahead?
gun.
This is it?
I'm sure
this is
every
it.
day of your life,
Jesus.
you have a hard time.
That's why I think it was just like an ad
holding them
buy.
alligators down.
Is it that, or is it
Rolex
that
wearing-
once Jesse Waters realized Flair wasn't going to actually talk about any of the stuff he wanted to talk about, they was like,
Yeah.
all right, we could just end this.
That's probably it.
That's a great point.
I'm ring
Still
talking, styling and profiling,
Still going.
nature boy.
This is all he has.
Jesse Waters.
He's like a.
They were probably
He's like
hoping
one
he'd
of those-
cut like a
Wow,
5-minute
woo to you
promo
too,
on
and I'm
Biden.
Waters.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is my
exactly.
world.
And then he
Thanks,
just
Ric
wasn't
Flair.
taking the bait. It's like, all right, well, then.
Wow, look at this. Ric Flair couldn't sit still for so long that they just have a still of him as Waters does his outro.
Oh, is that what it is?
Look.
Woo to you too, and I'm Waters, and this is my world.
Oh no, it's
Thanks,
not.
Ric
He's just
Flair.
like,
It's just.
Just frozen in place.
I love that. It's Waters, it's my world.
You have a great weekend.
I will, thank you.
They had to leave that in. And couldn't cut out that. They're so quick with the Chiron. The fucking editor is not so good.
yeah.
Jesus.
Jesse Waters just looks like a Simpsons caricature of a Fox News anchor.
Very
He
true.
does.
It's so ridiculous. Boy.
Okay, Rob, how you holding up?
I'm getting the energy bar is lowering, but I'm gonna
Get some Ric Flair woo energies.
Yeah. Drip a little into
Um,
your mouth.
I want to transition into Fat Joe. Speaking of Trump, Fat Joe got some heat because he bought these new Trump sneakers. Have you guys seen these sneakers?
Yes.
I have not.
They're these.
Are they
gold-
orthopedic for Fat Joe's body problems?
So here's like a image of a little thumbnail of them. They're like
Oh.
Nike Air Force Ones, but they're gold, and they have a giant T on them.
And there's an American
believe-
flag up there.
Yeah.
Yesterday's American flag is not today's American flag.
Yeah.
So, can you remind me again? What was the Fat Joe meme that we would
Yesterday's
joke about
price
on
is not today's price.
Just said
That was it. Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember what the original was. Well, with that said, I feel like we have another entry into the Fat Joe meme universe. So here's him explaining why he paid what he paid for these fucking shitty sneakers.
Why? If you collect art, do you really know what Basquiat was into? Do you know what
Yes, I do.
Andy Warhol was
Anthony
into?
Warhol.
Yeah.
Any of these artists that you was into? You love the art.
No, they're very political.
So you get it. I guess they separate art from the person. Now, me as a sneaker collector,
Poor choices there.
Yeah, I'm a little confused because it's like if you don't agree with a person's politics, you're usually not gonna buy their art.
Yeah, you could have chosen better. Like
And also, yeah, like Basquiat, not political. Like, has he seen Basquiat's work?
you could have chosen someone who is apolitical. Then it would have made sense a little bit.
Yeah.
I had to get my hand on the Trumps.
He had to.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the first correct thing he said.
What's the Trumps, please? Y'all trying to clout chase it? Yeah. Y'all give me a Trump. Give me the Trump, man. Give me the Trump, man.
Who's he
I
talking?
guess he's on a live.
They think
right
I'm
now.
fronting. But listen, I have thousands and thousands and thousands pair of sneakers. When everybody
Why?
flipped on Kanye, I went and bought the 2 most exclusive Kanyes ever. No, I ain't doing all that.
Is he going to be
Just give me
cutting
one
the
of
soles
sneakers
out of
I
all
got.
these sneakers so you can? walk back to it?
Friends and family is only 50 days.
I gotta get my hands on them. Once
There's only
again,
50 of them. Like, who cares? Like, this is
I'm
a
not
stock
a Trumper.
or like an
I
NFT.
dislike Trump. I'm not voting for him. Not now, not never. But I'm a sneaker collector.
But I'll
into
give
the
him
art.
money.
So I had to find these.
Oh,
Now the mayor's gonna call me. Everybody's gonna call me and say, "You wilding out, Joe. Why you got the Trump?" Look, mayor's the first one. Joe, you.
I can't get over how his beard looks painted on.
yeah.
Like, I don't like the style of like
Hollywood
very-
Hogan.
It's
Yeah.
been this way for as long back as I can remember. This is
It's
just his
so
look.
uncomfortable in this kind of like, normal video, like a cell phone video. Usually he's all dolled up with camera makeup. It's different.
Now, was he?
I'm a sneaker-
I'm a hip hop fan, and from that era,
Yeah.
I don't remember him being like that. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. Maybe 3 or 4 more songs.
Wasn't that Big Pun? Or was it both of them?
No, that was him.
That was
wasn't
Big
it?
Pun.
Oh, whatever. See, that's my point. I can't remember. I can't name a fucking great. I always
No, he had a few like really big.
Lean Back.
Oh,
Yeah,
lean
Lean
back.
Back.
Yeah. Do the rock away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was
that-
already like pretty established by then, so he must have had hits before then.
I
too.
don't know how this guy's so rich that he has like 90 trillion pairs of sneakers and like people still listen to him.
He probably produces or manages other artists. There's got to be other
Yeah, I
avenues.
think he had a
for-
label, and then he had clothing lines and shit. He diversifies. That's why.
I've never heard a song that I cared for from him.
Yeah, I mean he's whatever.
Yeah. Yesterday's Trump sneakers are not today's Trump sneakers.
No, that was Big Pun.
But also, it's like those. How much are those Trump shoes? Like $400. It's not like they're
Yeah.
$80,000. Like, okay, he bought like
Yeah.
cool. That's not a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
But I got 14,000 of them.
Yeah. Well, if he did that, like if he bought out the entire stock just so no actual Trump supporters could wear them,
Yeah.
that would be interesting. Him
Like
buying
what-
one pair just to be like, oh, now it's another sneaker I own. Like, all right.
What the fuck?
That
That's like
just
when,
means he's got like an addiction issue with sneakers.
remember when that dummy bought the Wu-Tang album that was
Yes.
one of a kind? That's impressive. Even though
Martin
he's a scumbag.
Shkreli.
Yeah.
He
You got,
probably bought some Trump shoes.
if you own all the Trump shoes, then I'd listen to you.
Fat Joe needs to record a new album while wearing the Trump shoes and then only sell one copy of that album.
And then burn it.
Yeah.
Not
Spend the
for
profits
rarity.
on more Trump shoes.
Just burn it because I don't want anyone to hear it. 'cause,
Yeah.
He should make an album just talking about how great he is for owning the Trump shoes. Every track is about that.
Trump would
But
love
yeah,
it.
like in the video, does he say whether they're good shoes or not? He just is
says
it
they're
that he
odd.
thought they looked great and that's why he wanted them, or he just needs one pair of any sneaker that's available?
Well, to find
Yeah,
that
like-
out, we'd have to listen to this whole video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he actually wears them or it's just an investment for him to flip
Yeah.
eventually.
Do
I
an
don't even know if it's an
unboxing
investment.
video, buddy. Come on. Let's see the comfort rating. Let's do the whole thing.
He
Is
does
there
not,
more
unfortunately.
to the video?
There's a little more. There's a little more.
He should do an unboxing video, and then like he has a personal shoe tire that comes because he can't reach his feet.
It's
So, like,
Remy Ma.
I'm a sneaker collector.
Oh.
I don't know what none of these guys did. I collect sneakers. The rarer, the better.
It's a real mogul.
No, I didn't pay for these sneakers.
Could we actually, Rob, could you go back to the last thing he said before this?
He just said
Because
something
I
else
think
too
it's
funny.
the same thing you said yesterday about your chicken and broccoli when you were ordering it at 86 Noodle, is what Fat Joe just said about this.
I'm not a Trumper.
No, I
I
haven't.
dislike Trump. I'm not voting for him. Not
Okay,
now, not
we'll
never.
get there.
But I'm a sneaker collector into the art, so I had to find these. Now the mayor's gonna call me. Everybody's gonna call me.
Does he mean Eric
Say, "You
Adams?
wildin' out,
I
Joe."
think so.
Is that really what Eric Adams is doing with his fucking time? He's
He would
calling
love
Fat
that,
Joe to
sure.
bust his balls about sneakers?
He's such a star fucker. I'm sure he
Oh my
is.
God.
He had the robot call him. It's not doing anything anymore. This calls
Why
ex-rappers.
you got the trunk? Look, mayor's the first one. Joe, I'm a sneaker collector.
Here we go.
I don't know what none of these guys did.
No,
You know what,
I
Trump?
collect sneakers.
here we go.
The rarer, the better.
That's what you said about your chicken, Rob.
They didn't cook it enough. That's the
Yeah, they're rare
No, I didn't pay for these sneakers.
Who paid for them?
Sorry.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like
I
he's
didn't
chewing
pay
on
for
this
these
whole
sneakers.
thing about how he has.
They knew
He's
I
a
had to
sneaker
have 'em.
collector. I
I'm the
collect
biggest in the
sneakers,
game.
and like he's such a big rich guy and everything. Meanwhile, he didn't even fucking pay for these.
So the
Well, I'm
Trump
sure they gave-
sneaker
they-
people
yeah.
just gave him a freebie because he's like a sneaker influencer?
Yeah.
Wow.
They knew I had to have them. Because I'm the biggest in the game.
well, physically.
Yeah.
So what I do is collect.
Ever since Biggie passed,
Does he have the shoes Biggie was shot in?
it's the only shoes that'll fit him with his like foot fat.
Well, speaking of shoes and biggest in the game, this video of DJ Khaled surfaced playing a festival on a beach, and he didn't want his Jordans. To
Oh,
get
I don't want to get my Jordans dirty. Can I get everybody to help me? Please, everybody help me.
Get on the side.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Can't mess up the chains. I'm performing live right now. Right here on Miami Beach, South Beach. Shout out to Dave Brutman. We about to light the whole stage up. You feel nice?
God.
He's such an idiot.
I'm playing that Riri.
Speaking of painted on beard, and he gets carried to the stage like a baby.
This is how Ric Flair was brought into the Fox interview.
What did you say?
I said this is how Ric Flair was brought into the Fox interview.
For different reasons.
Yeah. I can't believe you'd show that and think that makes you look good somehow.
I've never been sure with DJ Khaled if it's all a bit or if he's really like this or if it started out that it was a bit and he's become like this for real, or if it started out he was like this for real and now he just plays it up for a bit. Like, what am I seeing with that guy? Like, how much of that is actually who he just is?
I don't know. Yeah.
He's
I mean-
fucking absurd.
I just saw him on Hot Ones. Did you ever see that episode?
No.
He starts eating the wings, and when it gets like just a little bit hot, he taps out. He's like, "I'm not eating these wings. I ain't eating these wings." And the host is like, "No, you got to eat you can stop the interview, but you can't continue to do the interview and like not eat the wings." And he's like, He starts being philosophical. And he's like, look, I got my own truth and you got your own truth. And my truth is, this wing is not going to be, I ain't eating these wings. I'm going to harm myself. My fans out there know I don't like to harm myself. I'm not putting anything in my mouth that might harm my body. He starts doing this whole excuse
He won't
making.
eat wings. He won't eat pussy. What is this? He's morbidly obese, but he doesesn't eat anything.
Did we cover that?
I don't remember.
We did. We absolutely did.
Wow.
This is when Noah was on the show even.
Oh, goodness. Sid, I don't remember that either.
It was a long time ago.
What was his reasoning for that? Just curious.
I don't remember. Probably, hey, they pee out of there. I don't know if it was any deeper than that.
Well, is he a tough guy? I don't please women and all that shit.
Probably, I'm sure that's part of it. Or again, maybe he just said it because he knew it would get social media reaction, and any publicity is good publicity.
Maybe he's a germaphobe. He doesn't want his sneakers getting sand in them, so maybe he doesn't want pussy on his mouth either. Deuterino
in the chat said that carrying people like that was Pepe Godla's job with Rob at the barbecue. Pepe would have to carry Rob from place to place.
Oh boy,
is that true, Rob? How do you respond to this?
Not true. Untrue. Could you read Colin's comment about Ric Flair?
Ric Flair's gotten hit and has many concussions due to wrestling that could affect his cognitive way of living. So the right wing should stop saying that Biden is cognitively declining. I mean, both could be true. Biden's fallen off his share of bicycles and staircases and hit his head.
Right. Now back at the barbecue, Rob was still sporting his famous Chromio sneakers, and he didn't want them to touch the Guar foam rubber drippings that come off the stage. So that's why he had Pepe carry him.
It's true.
All right,
I'm losing
Pepe.
it, folks.
Are you gonna barf?
No, I just need to lay down.
Bucket.
Can you do the rest of the show while laying down?
Maybe.
You need to be like Fat Joe with yelling at his person off screen. Yo, bring me those sneakers. Bring me a bucket.
Have Bobka wheel out a gurney for you to lay on. An IV connected to you.
Is she gurney trained?
A lot of RIPs this week, by the way. We've got Virgil, we've got Ole Anderson, we've got 86 Noodles, we got Richard Lewis.
Regurgitating ingested pork. Did you hear that? Sorry, my joke.
I liked it.
Oh, okay.
I sent the link about this hardcore band. Do you guys want to talk about it?
Sure. It's on our link page already.
Yeah. Someone else read it.
That's right.
I can't talk.
Oh, you can't put it up, right? All right. So...
Oh, I can put it up.
Okay.
But it's just text.
We have decided to part ways.
Hold on. Let's go to the full statement. There we go.
We have decided to part ways with our vocalist Diego due to admission of
I want to get a good zoom in here.
Now, what band is this? Llorona. Darren could probably pronounce that.
My Llorona. Due to admission of very disturbing and concerning behavior toward one of our band members and their partner, wrote Llorona. Now, I'm going to say that has something to do with crying, because llorar means to cry. He has admitted to being obsessed with said partner and has been attempting to sabotage their relationship by cutting pre-workout. He frequently gives from his job with high amounts of estrogen. Am I reading this wrong? This is really jumbled.
He's cutting the pre-workout. He puts estrogen in the pre-workout. Pre-workout is this powder.
Cutting.
It's a
I get it. He's cutting
like cocaine.
Drugs. All right.
But what is pre-workout?
Pre-workout is like a caffeine powder. That people drink to kind of hype themselves up before going to the gym.
So let's do take two. And has been attempting to sabotage their relationship by cutting pre-workout he frequently gets from his job with high amounts of estrogen in them. He has been attempting to force a transition onto him for the last 5 months.
What the fuck?
In hopes that would give him the opportunity to swoop in once he looks stronger and more manly in comparison. Stupid caveman mindset that makes zero sense. This tampering has caused confusion and thousands of dollars in medical bills the past months, trying to figure out what was wrong. We would not know any of this unless Diego had gotten way too intoxicated and outed himself. And then stated.
They ousted him from the band after the fact.
and then stated an admission to all of this via text. There are many more disgusting details that have been left out for the sake of privacy and general censorship. As for Diego's response, it cannot be further from the truth on the supplement side of things. The only sealed products he would provide were proteins, but the other products were always unsealed because they were tossed at his job if they couldn't sell it, hence why it was free. He also had easy access to steroids and hormones because of his gym practices. I am going to be seeing an endocrinologist over the next few months to track my hormonal fluctuations.
Oh my God.
To see if my estrogen levels are extremely heightened and go back to normal over time. I have had physical changes from the hormones besides stomach ulcers, weight loss, and muscle fatigue that I will not get into. Well, you've been into a lot of shit already. Why not just say it?
I wonder if he's saying he grew some tits.
Yeah.
As well as notable mental changes. I will be getting the last batch of pre-workout he gave me tested for estrogen. I have about 2 to 3 full cups of it left. He's going to finish it off because he's a completionist. He will not pass off what he admitted to as a joke or confusion, even in his state of drunkenness. What he did is disgusting and has had an immense negative effect on my life.
Yeah, I would think so.
Woo!
That is straight up diabolical. I am so like, if fucking Tim Lambesis had this dude's level of like forethought and just evil genius,
Yeah, thinking around
that lady
corners.
would be dead.
What is it with it? I guess steroids are real bad. Don't take steroids. They make you do weird shit.
Fucking hell. Where was this guy? I guess if he could get steroids, he could get estrogen too. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Is this going to be a thing the right wing is going to get like worried about now, like forced transitioning without your consent?
You're way late to the game, Sid.
Oh, really?
It's already a thing that like that's their kind of knock on a plant-based lifestyle. It's like, oh, the left wants you to eat more soy because soy has high levels of estrogen to, weaken our men, something like that.
Oh yeah, that's an old. But like on the individual level, like for people putting this stuff into their friends' shit, as opposed to like the global conspiracy.
Do you think Johnny Knoxville saw this and had an idea for the next Jackass movie?
Yeah, like it's gonna be long form Jackass. They're gonna turn their friend into a woman, but it takes months. It's not just like lighting a firecracker in your ass.
It's like the Jackass version of the movie Boyhood. Where we're 20 years all of a sudden Steve-O is a lady and he doesn't even realize it happened.
Richard Linklater's Jackass.
Oh, I would love to see that. Oh my God. Oh, come on, guys, do it.
Like you fast forward to 2040 and like, why do I have breasts now? And then ding 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 ding, and it cuts to that's it. They just cut to the next bit.
They show him footage of 20 years of them just putting estrogen in his fucking coffee in the morning.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
Steve-O would be cool with it. I think he's a pretty good sport.
He would get breast implants right now, I think.
Probably.
Wasn't there a thing that he wanted to do that and then they wouldn't let him? Something like that?
I would believe
Is
that.
true? Wow, because that's not surprising to me because they've done it they're just tapping the well so much that they've done anything we could say as a joke. They probably either did it or considered it.
Yeah,
I remember there was a guy on the Man Show that lost a bet and he had to get breast implants. And
Oh,
he got 'em and they
yes.
showed it.
Adam Carolla.
Oh my God, he would kill himself.
There was a poker player who had to get breasts. He lost a bet, gigantic bet over something sports or whatever, and he had to get it. And he went to some like talk show and showed his breasts that he had.
That might be the guy.
I believe this is the same guy. Yeah.
it, yeah.
He's been doing the rounds.
Where did you
This
know
was
him
like
from,
20
Rob?
years ago.
The Man Show. Yeah, he's been on like Botched and like all these plastic surgery shows. I remember I looked him up not too long ago.
Did he get them removed though? Like, what the bet was like? You have to have them for the rest of your life, or you
He had
just
to have
to
him
get
for
it
a
done?
year, I think,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. It's been a while. And then he joined the band Yorona. They want to become an all-girl act now.
Here's a California man who basically proves everyone has their price. He's a gambler, and betting plays a big part of his life.
A good 90%.
Brian Zembeck says he would do just about anything to win a bet. So when a friend came to him with a truly outrageous offer, he had to take him up on it. It was a bet he couldn't refuse.
I was bet $100,000. I had to have breast implants as large as a girlfriend's of mine.
And you did it.
Yeah.
You heard it right. Brian went from 0 to 38C for a big payday. Now look closely as he plays a game of indoor golf.
It looks like he has
you
like
can
a little
see
weight
the shape
problem.
of his bosom. So far, Brian's had
see
his
the shape
implants
of
for
his
3
bosom.
years.
He's using
bet
the
called for him to
serious
have
news
them for
anchor
1
voice,
year.
too.
So yes,
The
he's
shape of
already
his
pocketed
bosom.
the 100 G's.
Holy son of a man. No, my breast got in my way. No,
You say this is just too weird? Not for a gambler like Brian. You thought getting breast implants was normal?
Well, it was, it's money. Anything to do with money to me is normal. In my world, anything we gamble at is normal. It's like a job, an everyday job.
Life is a laugh. It's full of fun. And he's definitely one of the fun people.
Just
throw this
who
guy on
put
the screen.
Brian
Don't
in a
tell me
bra.
who
New
he
York
is.
City cosmetic surgeon Dr. Felix Schiffman. The two guys are, what else? Gambling buddies.
Oh my
and how
God.
funny. Guess how they arrived at payment for surgery.
I said, this is my fee. And we agreed on the fee. But by the time we got finished playing backgammon, I guess he got it almost for free.
Brian went under the knife, and after the surgery was over, this is what Dr. Schiffman told him.
You got beautiful breasts. I just said the face could be improved now. Let's work on the face.
From head to toe,
Jesus
Brian is
Christ.
just fine. At least his wife thinks so. That's right, his wife.
His wife was about to leave him
Brian
for a
was
woman.
married
and
last
she's, "Oh,
year,
this is great."
but for a period of time before he tied the knot, Anita had no idea her husband-to-be wore a bra too.
What?
He never let me hug him. And I was like, why? And then he was like, oh, I'm ticklish or something, and he'll move away. And
So how did she find out? By reading a book about wild gambling stories, which has a chapter on Brian's big bet.
Yeah, someone gave her that
I
fucking
started
book.
crying because I guess I was in shock.
Does he breastfeed this baby?
Anita got over her shock and married
Yeah, the
him
baby
anyway.
loves silicone.
Does that bother you that his breasts are bigger than yours?
Oh, shit!
Mine looks much nicer.
Shots
Bombshell.
fired!
No telling what
Wow!
Brian's baby
How
daughter
dare
might ask
you?
him someday
This is
about
real
all
investigative
this.
journalism.
But his gambling buddies, frankly, aren't impressed.
Fucking Barbara
I was a
Walters
little
interview
underwhelmed,
with the
actually.
fucking
It's kind of a turnoff, to be honest.
Ho Chi Minh or something.
On a day-to-day basis, Brian doesn't show off. He wears loose clothing and tight athletic shirts to hide his assets.
Yeah, it doesn't even
You
look
don't
like
have
he has
any
breasts.
regrets having done this.
No.
It definitely looks like he has breasts. I
never
remember
felt
he showed them on the
humiliated
Man
that
Show.
you-
No,
as a man
With,
I
with
mean,
the
like,
nipples censored.
yeah. I'm saying when
For
he
now,
took
Brian
off,
has
yes,
no
but you can get
immediate
through everyday
plans
life
to
without
remove the
anyone ever
implants.
knowing.
Yeah.
He says the original bet has been extended to $10,000 a year for each year he keeps them.
That's not worth it.
So he's basically going to keep them until that dude dies.
But he's got quite a secret.
Wow.
10 grand a year, I'd be like, it's not worth it. Fuck it, 100 grand a year, maybe.
But I mean, once you have them, it's not like it stopped him from getting a woman. He's got his wife, and she clearly doesn't care. So then,
Right.
unless they start leaking silicone into his body,
Right. 10,000 to risk your life, then it's like, well, oh no, thank you. But yeah, at that point, if he takes the 10 grand, it's like he clearly just enjoys having breasts. Yeah, sure. If he didn't like it, he'd say fuck 10 grand. Is my point.
Yeah. He's just used to it. And it's like it's the only interesting thing about him. So it's this conversation piece. He goes to dinners and whips his titties out. It's something to talk about.
Yeah,
and maybe do you think it psychs out his poker opponents?
Whip him out. At the
Yeah, he
second.
just unbuttons a few buttons. As the hand gets deeper and deeper, he's removing more buttons.
That is a
Showing
thing.
that
Jokes
cleavage.
aside. There will always be somebody that shows up at a casino late at night and they have their girlfriend sit right near the table and they're just waiting and watching them play. And some of them do it consciously as a strategy. They think they're going to, this is not how it works. I mean, nobody's going to sit there and play poorly. They might just play bad anyway, but they're not going to play poorly because a beautiful woman is sitting there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they're not that beautiful. You can see they're doing this strategy. If you walk into a casino late at night, sometimes at 3 a.m., when there's one poker table running or two or something, sometimes there's one table where 4 women are sitting around it because their husbands or boyfriends are playing. It's a pretty funny phenomenon.
But this guy has it all in one person.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to buy anybody dinner.
Yeah, I might be. If he had actual giant tits instead of like normal regular sized tits, 38 C's or something, I might be distracted by the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
If he just had fucking huge honkers like that. but not these little regular tits. I would just think he had man tits.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Looks like Dusty Rhodes, but not as fat in the waist.
Dusty's were saggier, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Like if Dusty Rhodes tightened up in his older age and so I gotta lose some weight, daddy. That's what he would look like.
Well, this guy, if he decides to lose weight, it's very easy. He just gets the tits removed, and there you go. Rob, are you sleeping?
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up, guys.
Oh, no.
I don't think I can make it the whole show. I mean, I could just leave you guys on and I can go lay down if you wanted to finish the show on your own.
I feel like
only if we can watch you sleep like a little sweet angel.
I would turn the cam off.
Well, we got to do our playlists and our shout outs at the very least.
Yeah.
Can you make it through?
Yeah, I can make it through that.
Can you do like a dry heave for every shout out name?
No, I'm like on the edge of avoiding a dry heave.
A different Chinese food menu item for every shout out name, and that maybe triggers a vomit reaction.
I cannot do the shout outs.
Oh no, Rob.
My Spotify pick this week is from this artist Ali X. She's really cool. It's like a dark wave artist. I actually found her through a collaboration with Violet Chachki, who is a drag race winner. She makes really fun songs. So the song is called "Off with Her Tits." It's like a new trend.
Speaking of what we were just talking about,
the opposite story.
Yeah.
On with his tits, off with her tits.
It's very catchy. Sid, what did you pick?
I mentioned this earlier that I've been binging the Chris Gethard public access show that aired in New York, like a dozen or so years ago. And one artist that was a musical guest on the show numerous times was a singer-songwriter named Mal Blum. And their song Baltimore sort of became an unofficial anthem for the show, and it's quite catchy and good, and that is my pick. Dorinsky?
I watched the movie The Goonies for a class, which I loved as a child, and I remembered how much I had been enamored with the theme song from that film.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite pop songs of that era. The Goonies Are Good Enough by Cyndi Lauper.
Nice.
So that's my pick.
And we also have a submission from Jander for the playlist again this week. He picked the song Mira he picked the song Space by the group Mira. It says, this is a track from a shoegaze dream pop band called Mira. They're a bit obscure in the genre, but they're my all-time favorite shoegaze band. Ever since the album came out, it has helped me get through some pretty rough times. They're as if Slowdive and Cocteau Twins had a chronically depressed baby.
Oh,
Rob.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you do want a full episode, I do recommend hitting up our Patreon. We just posted a episode where we go through links just like we did today, but I wasn't sick and I was very healthy and
it was Rob in happier times.
It's very fun episode.
Patreon.com/RIPLivecast, $5 a month gets you access to all of our bonus episodes, like 4 years. So show us a little bit of support and get some bonus epis. And for $10 a month, you get to be a top Livecast fan. You get a shout out at the end of the show, which is right now.
I think just read it.
The shout outs.
Just read it. It's too somber for jokes right now.
Maybe, Darren, you could play like a poop sound effect for each one.
Okay, sure.
We have Eric. I gotta remove my headphones. Benjamin. Dan R. Mindy Mayers Kippa. Chasur Sasusa.
Use your microphone voice, Rob.
Lando Danks, sorry. LaCroix. Corey and Scotty H. Aaron. Douglas, who are you, Levison? Jander. And Randy Blad. Thank you all so much. And thank you for your patience. I'm going to take a nap.
Get well soon,
Hopefully I'll
Rob.
be alive next week. We love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.